Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everybody out there in the YouTube world. Michael Smell. Welcome back to my studio, Stinky Robot. Glad you guys can make it. Today we're gonna have a fun, exciting one. We're gonna be doing a Lamborghini robot. It was a request piece from one of my subscribers, Pisco. This one's for you. We're gonna go ahead and give you what you have been asking for all this time. We're gonna draw a Lamborghini bot. I did say I was gonna go live yesterday, but life got ahead of me and we had a band concert I wasn't counting on last night, so my daughter did an absolutely phenomenal job, but I do apologize for not being live last night. But here we are today. We're going to make up for it, and today we're going to be doing the Lamborghini bot, and I got a fun announcement for you here in just a few seconds. Also, before we get started here and have fun drawing, hey Pisco, what's going on? Alright, well you can watch it later. Hopefully you get a chance to catch it, because this one's for you, bud. Alright, sorry Pisco was on there. He's the one who's been requesting the Lamborghini. Of course, tonight I'm doing it. He can't be on here, unfortunately, but that's okay. I'm sure you can go back and watch this one later. But yeah, back to the business side of it. We're going to get that knocked out real quick. Like I've been saying, that we are a young new channel. We've just been doing live streams now for, I don't know, about a month or so. A little bit over a month. And we've been experimenting with time frames, trying to figure out when the best time to go live is. And I'm noticing that, I think we're going to be dropping it down to Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that I think we're going to be going live 2 nights a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, mainly so that I can work on my larger works back here. And I've got a lot of projects that I want to do. Some of the painting tutorials that people have been requesting, that maybe I'll try to film some painting tutorials, as well as dropping more YouTube content as far as actual artwork goes, not just my live stream content. So we're going to tone down the live streams just a little bit. We're definitely keeping them on the chart because I'm having a blast doing them, especially for those guys throw up and are in the chat line. Really appreciate you guys. So we're going to keep this going, but we're also going to start working on my large body of work. Now that we're getting comfortable with live streams, we're going to move on and keep developing this channel as a whole entity, not just a live stream channel. So we have a lot of fun, exciting things coming down the pipe, but they do require time. So look forward to that. And then we got, let's see what else we got here. Oh yes, we're gonna have tomorrow, we're gonna be dropping a new video. So we do have a new video coming out. It's a time lapse of the crystal stag. So one of my mini paintings that I've done. I've got pretty much done editing it all up. I'm just fine tuning the music and a few little things, but we're gonna drop that tomorrow. So make sure you hit that bell notification so you'll find out when it drops and get a chance to watch the newest video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I hope you'll go ahead and do it so now. And if you're watching the video, reach down, smash that thumbs up, show me a little love. I always appreciate it. And yeah, with that, we're gonna get started here. And I'll jump in and I'll actually let you know what the announcement is. So on this channel, just in case you don't know, we do a piece of artwork from start to finish. I jump in with very little to no forethought. So all I know today is I'm doing a Lamborghini for Pisco. So I did pull up on my iPad here. I've got some pictures of Lamborghini cars and a picture of their emblem. So hopefully that'll help me. We'll see as we go. All right, for the fun announcement, let's throw it on here real quick. We are going to, where's my button here? Boom, right, there it is. Okay guys, as of today, we're doing a flash sale. That's gonna be something new and unique for the channel. I'm gonna pop it on the screen from time to time for those who are watching my live stream. This one is not pushed out there on any of my other social media accounts. So you won't see this on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. Only on the live stream will you see that we are running a flash sale today. So during this live stream, if you wanna jump over, I'll go ahead and pause this clock real quick. Don't need that running. So yeah, right now, if you jump over during this live stream over to my website, stinkyrobotart.com, all the prints are on sale for 30% off as of right now. And I will keep them on sale through the after live stream. And then once the live stream ends, I'll leave it up for sale for 1 hour past the end of the live stream. So that way anyone who wants to watch the entirety live stream in its entirety, they're welcome to do so. And then afterwards, I'll give you an hour to jump on there if you want to jump into the sale. But after that, the flash sale will be over, and that is it for now. So right now you're getting 30% off on all my art prints. So those are all, on my limited edition and my open edition. Both of them are still 30% off. So take advantage of that. If you've ever wanted to own a piece of my art, now's a good chance to pick one up. All right, guys, let's put the clock back on, and we are working on Lamborghini robot. Here we go. How in the world do you draw a Lamborghini robot? Let's find out. I got maybe some ideas, but we'll see. So I'm going to be flipping back and forth, just so you know, to my web page that has Lamborghini stuff pulled up. So I may be in and out on the chats from time to time. But one thing I can tell about the Lamborghinis, first and foremost, you know, without having to walk out to my garage and seeing the three at my garage, you know. Maybe one day, is that they're very sharp line, kind of, I wouldn't say boxy is not the right word for it, but very aggressive straight lines. We'll see here. We're gonna start off with a general shape, and we're gonna start building on it, seeing what, turning him into more of a Lamborghini. All right, so thinking needs to be a little more sharp lines. Needs to be somewhat athletic looking as well. I mean, we're talking about such an awesome piece of machinery. This is center line here. Like always, when we start out our sketches, I'm just blocking in shapes, and we're going to build as we go. My wife has asked me several times, why did I don't have these sketches ahead of time, and then my channel would be way easier if I already had the drawings ready to go and I just jumped in and started painting, and she'd be right. But I feel like part of our journey here on the channel and part of this live stream is that I want to create something from scratch. I want to basically start with a blank sheet of paper, and when we end, we've got a final piece of art. And so you can see the entire process that I go through, as far as blocking things in, finding our shapes, making mistakes, you know. That's kind of, it's easy to see someone who has everything all mapped out. Man, each line is absolutely perfect. But it's a whole different thing when it's done in front of you, because you can see the whole process. That's what we're shooting for here on the channel, is literally the whole process. Love to tell you that I'm perfect and that I never make mistakes, but I'd be absolutely lying. Anyone who watches this channel can tell you that. Yep, I definitely make my fair share of mistakes. All right, so let's see here. One of the things I'm noticing is this. We've got this real aggressive hood shape in a lot of these newer ones. Get the like really aggressive styling cues. So our sketching today might take a little longer than normal, just because we're actually chasing a certain look. We're going to be a little more picky with what each line we're doing. Hopefully when we're finished, we'll have ourselves a pretty neat looking piece of art. That is always the goal, is to take something like my basic robot shape, and that's what I'm going to be working with here. A lot of you have seen my channel before. You kind of know that I have a stylized robot that I kind of build off of, basic framework, and we're gonna try to take one of them and clean it up, make it look phenomenal, or at least that's our goal. So real quick. Oh, that is not the right window. Sorry. I'm gonna make it real careful that I don't accidentally turn off our channel. That would not be productive in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna give it those big opens, like air vents they kind of use in the very front of the vehicle. Now, mind you, this is inspired by a Lamborghini, but I'm not trying to draw a Lamborghini. We're using it as an inspiration piece, the best that we can. And since we are the bull with the Lamborghini, I'm thinking horns are quite appropriate. There it is. The old eraser out a little bit. It's not too bad, I don't think. Again, we'll play with it a little bit. I'm just trying to be, sharp and aggressive. Sharp and aggressive. That's kind of where our train of thought is today. The other request we had was that he wanted it to be orange. Now on this channel, I do not often take requests. That's not something that I definitely, at least at this time period, am doing a lot of. But if you have something you'd like to see me draw, by all means, leave me a comment, drop me a line, let me know. I can't promise that I will do it. In fact, I don't typically do requests, but I still love to know what people are asking for, what kind of things that people want. And it doesn't mean that I won't think that's a great idea and it won't turn out to be my next piece. So yeah, I definitely encourage you guys to ask me, request. I am absolutely fine with you making requests. Just understand I will not be able to make, no guarantees. Let's leave it at that. I'm not necessarily in the business of making requests. Okay. Hey, what's up, Tattoo Tank? How you doing, my friend? Check it out. Flash sale. Anyone who's just showing up, yes, today we are having a live stream exclusive flash sale for all those people who are joining me on YouTube today. During today's live stream, we are offering all the prints on the website at 30% off during the live stream. Once the live stream ends, prices will have. I'm gonna give everybody 1 hour after the stream ends to make a purchase, and then after that, we will be closing the sale. Again, 1 hour after the live stream ends, the sale will end. And I'm making it exclusive to everybody on YouTube. I'm not posting it anywhere else. It's only for YouTube exclusive today. All right. Almost feel like I'm drawing Starscream a little bit. Kind of get that feeling a little bit. So I'm shooting for a super aggressive lines, the bull horns. We're definitely gonna be adding the logo somewhere. Let's see. Another place we can make Britt pulling that whole Lamborghini idea. There is in the eyes. So let's jump back over to my pictures of Lamborghinis one more time. I'm looking for headlights because they got. I don't know if it's the head. It's more on the taillights, I think. Hey. Give me 1 second here. We're gonna have to look at my inspiration. Eat my keyboard. No. All right. So let's go Lamborghini headlights. Give me 1 second to take a look. Yeah, those are crazy busy, and each one's different. I think it's the taillights I like. One of them has a shape that really like. There it is. Yep, it's the taillights. Okay. Well, the taillights have this really, really awesome pattern to it. I wanted to try to incorporate that a little bit into our robot. So I think we're gonna go with eyes like this. Again, I apologize to anybody who's on the live stream right now. I will be jumping back and forth, and I may not see all the comments because I am looking at pictures of Lamborghinis on my live stream right now. Okay, so and we're going to see that those eyes are completely different sizes. And that is because our center line is a little bit skewed. I'm going to change this up a little bit, and I need to do some adjusting. So we're going to take a little extra time today on our outline drawing. We're going to try to make it look nice and clean. Make it look a little more, not about perfect, but definitely closer. Well, so far this head almost looks like it looked great on a transformer. If you don't know what a transformer is, you can go ahead and leave the live stream right now. Thank you very much. You're on Stinky Robot. I think the basic requirement to be on our YouTube channel is that you should know what a transformer is, right? Okay, here we go. So, back to my taillights. Yep. That'll look pretty cool. I just wonder if I should have them go in the other direction. Let's try the other direction on this eye. Let's see which direction we like better. So they have this center line. Yeah, I think that's it. So we're gonna flip this eye around. The other way was way better looking. Now, you may ask why I'm doing the taillights instead of the headlights. I get that the headlights honestly have some really neat looking features to them. And there's so many different styles I could choose from. But the reason I'm going to say no on that note is because I'm working with such a small space to make the lights glow like I feel like they really should, to make them really look like they're supposed to look. I think I would be trying to get too much detail in too little of a space, so I'd have to pull back, and I think making it less detail would actually make it look worse than making it, so I think it's the detail. That's why this I can do pretty simple and subtle, and I think I have a good idea of what I can do with these in such a small space with the acrylic inks. So more of a matter of a necessity. If I was going to go larger and do, like, say, one of my 16 by 20 or 18 by 24 or something like that size, then yes, absolutely, I would totally want to do those headlights. All right. So there's our initial robot, but I think I'm gonna add some rivets just in the face port of it, just because it is still one of my robots, so we need to make sure the details that I would typically put in there are still there. Let's see, need to line those rivets up just a bit better. That means some spacing issues here, so we're gonna start my outside circles. Let's go to the dead center, and then see, typically I go to dead center of that, but these eyes are throwing me off. That's why I'm not happy with that. Maybe we just do the basic corners. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get rid of all those, go with basic corners, and then center. Yeah. Center up here. All right. Now it looks like it needs something, doesn't it? I know we still haven't got to the body yet, and typically I have the body already kind of started at this point. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna finish the face first. I guess we're gonna work it one piece at a time, apparently. Needs something else on the face, and I think I know what it is. that center line, I'll tell you what, that center line, it looks straight, but I know it's giving me all kinds of problems with these. I'm just want to redraw it again. It is not centered. No, it's not centered. I'm getting OCD about it, but nothing drives me more crazy than a line that's being off by like 1/16 of an inch or 32nd of an inch. And it's just like the tiniest little bit off. It eats at me. Go crazy over sometimes the little things. Here's where I know I'm off, because I got one side of my stash is bigger than the other side of my stash. Yes, we need a little. Give him a little mustache. Now that's the character we're looking for. Oh, that's going to be too small to actually put the badge or the number. Sorry, I was right the first time. That space is going to be too small to stick the bull badge. So I think I'm going to put it down below as well. But we have it up here. Maybe I'll turn it into a number. Let's go with the number 3. Yeah. Guessing number. All right, because 3 is kind of nice, the angular lines to it. Now we need a body. All right, let's see here. Remember, we're trying to stay nice and angular with him. All right. Right here will be our logo, but we'll have that right here. Be about that shape again. Where are we at here? 25 minutes? We're gonna need to start thinking about bringing sketch to a close here. So let's see if I can start closing it out. Like I said, I'm just picturing these very angular kind of lines to him. The Lamborghini is just kind of like very sharp, very angular, but that's what we're trying to accomplish with our robot. He's going to be a Lamborghini bot, and he's got to have lots of, not a straight line on him. Well, sorry, lots of straight lines, but in kind of a randomized pattern. There's not really a direct pattern to them. At least that's what I see in Lamborghinis. Especially the concept ones. They're just real angular. Like the more angles, the better. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. I guess that's the way to say it. The more angles, the better. In my opinion. Understand, I am not a Lamborghini aficionado. I like their vehicles. One of these days, I would not mind driving one, or even owning one. Be a blast. Alright, there you go. Lamborghini, if you're watching, you want to sponsor my videos and let me drive one around for a while so I know how to draw one, hit me up. I would love to have you sponsor me. Okay. I think we're bringing this to a conclusion, and now I gotta figure out how to draw that bowl in there, because that's going to be kind of a big part of it. Pisco wanted the logo, wanted it orange. So we're going to see if we can make the kid happy. All right. Time for me to sneak back over to my inspiration here. My pictures of Lamborghinis. Let's see what I've got. Back, find. Okay. Here's our logo. Better version of that. All right. That's not what. Not get a bigger picture of it. Nope. All right, so we're gonna do the idea of the logo. We're not gonna be being an abundant amount of time trying to copy it. Just gonna try to get the gist of it down so it looks like a raging bull. Again, we're not. Horns. See if I can give me some better horns than that. Eye. Okay. Good. I'm taking my time here to try to get this as best I can. Having a bull that looks like a bull on our emblem. Down just a little bit. Looking up too much. All right, and how we approach it with the ink is going to be make it or break it. Alright, hopefully you don't judge me too much on him, but there we go. I know it does say Lamborghini up top, but we are going to be sticking with just the bull as of today. Remember, we do have to finish this live stream tonight. We can't work the entire day with it. Okay. I need to clean this up a little bit. There we go. That's a better shape for it. Well, more of a guitar pick shape, isn't it? There we go. That's probably better. Kind of making up my own shape there for it, and that's not the right shape. So we're going to go with that. That should do us. They're going to change it just a little bit. I am close to the right shape, but it's a little bit off and it's going to bug me. Again, today is going to be my OCD phase, I think. There we go. It was just too wide a second ago. It's a very subtle change, but subtle makes a big difference sometimes, and that's what I'm looking for. Same with right here. That's somehow that shape is just not saying Lamborghini. So let's clean it up. Go for more of the guitar pick. Subtle arch on the top. And that's better. Or so I believe. Been cleaning whatever left over with the ink pen. Okay. I think that's going to do it for us here. Let's see, let's add some rivets. I'll make the face make more sense if I did. And rivets will help stylize it under one of my characters. Cool. Now the last part that's bugging me just a little bit is this right here. So let's have this go in. Yeah, like so. Perfect. Let's ink it. Now I can flip off of here and go back into my chat and see who is in. Here we go. I am back in, guys. Here we go. We officially have our sketch. Let's get our pens ready. All right, so our outline drawing on this took 37 minutes. I'm pretty happy with with my Lamborghini inspired robot. Hopefully Pisco is as well. So Pisco, what do you think? Let's ink it in. This is going to be your robot. If you're just tuning in, today's drawing is brought to you by one of our viewers, Pisco. Pisco has requested that I did a Lamborghini inspired robot. And so today, I decided to honor that and grant his wish, draw him a Lamborghini robot. Fortunately, he says he's gonna have to watch it later. He is off to his grandma's house, so. Let's go. I'm sure you're watching my video later. I hope you like it. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think, buddy. I don't often take requests, guys, but by all means, hit me in the comments. Let me know something you want to see me draw. Doesn't necessarily mean I'll do it. I don't typically do requests, but you never know what's going to inspire me. You got an idea or something I haven't thought about yet? Hit me up. Let me know. Who knows? It could be my next masterpiece. Or my first masterpiece. Whatever. I'm really tempted to give him a Transformers logo instead of the Lamborghini bull. He definitely has that look like he could be fighting the Decepticons. I did, Tat. I saw those. I saw those on Facebook. You did an awesome job, man. Those things were sick. I don't know if you caught my last live stream, but I didn't do it as in detail as you did with your elephant walrus, but I did do basically just a pen cross-hatching sketch as well. My last live stream, actually my last 2 live streams, with the skull and then with the bird. I can't remember if you were on those live streams or not. I don't think you were on those ones. But yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I would definitely keep up with those because those look sick as heck. Sick as hell. Keep drawing those things. Every once in a while I'll do things on tone paper as well. I've got some this is a gray tone paper that I like to do charcoals on them. Let's see here, I'll show you what I got them right here. These are the last 2. They kind of did a little something different. They were just basically just cross-hatching ones I did. That was the last live stream. And then I also did this one. Just playing around, just doing some sketching with, instead of doing full on ink, I just pretty much loose cross-hatching. I definitely didn't get too detail oriented, but I definitely just, that's a nice thing about keeping around my old blown out pens, the ones that just half work or barely work. When you want some cross-hatching texture, they work great. So I never throw those old pens away. I hang on to them. So that when I'm doing cross-hatching and like quick gestural cross-hatching. Now, I rarely do the fine work anymore. Kind of do just the loose stuff, but it's always a good time. We had a lot of tight detail with this. It's real important to take my time when I actually start coloring it in, inking it in. Yeah, I find that the tone paper for me is a lot of fun with charcoal. Like I use like charcoal pencils and Bonnie crayon, things like that on the tone paper. I don't think it would take the ink very well. Like at least the color ink. The acrylic ink, I say. I haven't tried that yet. It could look pretty cool with some colors, I'm sure. Perhaps worth an experiment one of these days. Ooh. No. Have to clean that line up a little bit when I... Whoopsies. We'll fix that in a second. My big old head's gonna get in the way here, guys. I'm gonna do a tight line work, and these horrible eyes of mine require me to stick my head right on top of the piece. Here goes my big old head. Hopefully I'll try to keep it out of the shot for you. I know these taillights are technically backwards from what it would be on a Lamborghini, but again, taking the shapes, and the shapes are inspiring us, not actually drawing a Lamborghini. Again, put a dot. I put a rivet where I don't want to rivet. But I think there could be one there anyways, right? So guess I'll just add another one on this side. Easier than erasing it later. We'll just put another one in there. Happy little rivets. That could be my... There's my tagline. Bob Ross had his happy little trees. Maybe I've got my happy little rivets. Okay. "50 minutes. Yeah. These are all just basically straight lines in here. Make it real easy. Boom. 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 Got a little bit of a curve to the ends. Just about there here, guys. Just about there. Logo's a little crooked, and that's gonna drive me crazy. Again, we will fix that when I ink over the whole thing. So remember, there's a little fat section there that's gonna have to need a little bit of love. Just a little bit of love. And we got some more of them happy little rivets. Just a little happy rivet here and a little happy rivet right there. Yes. We'll just stick those happy little rivets all over the place. Excellent. All right. It's looking good here, guys. Now I got the dreaded bull. He's small, he's tiny, and I am going to run away from your comments here for a second as we go back to our inspiration page. Look at the logo again. Now remember, we seek perfection, but we also stay realistic. Remember, we're working so tiny right now. Okay. Okay, so this part, that's gonna be all right. There. A little bit there. And color a bull in here, guys. Just so we'll have the dark color bleeding through our overall. When we get to the acrylic ink, we want this to show up the best possible. Again, try to keep my big old head out of the shot, but working very small with the number 3. Gonna get our details in here. Getting our Toro in there, a bowl. Okay, so we got some black cows, white knees. Yeah. Yeah, now that may not be perfect, but it's pretty darn close. I'm happy with it. We're going to take that. Yes, yes. Happy with that. Okay. Double check there's no lines that I've missed. Happy with that. We will erase it and ready to start the actual inking process. I can jump back off my inspiration and back in to see. Hey, what's going on, Caitlin? While I'm erasing, it's a great time for me to remind everybody that today's live stream, we're doing a special flash sale. So here on the channel, or on the live stream, just for this live stream only, and only today, we're doing a 30% off on all prints on the website. If you're interested in taking advantage of the flash sale, it is available only to those who are watching my YouTube live stream today. Jump over to my website now, or you can wait till the end of the live stream. I will be leaving the sale up for 1 hour following the video. So when I say goodbye later on in the video, I'll give everybody 1 hour to run over to the website and make their purchase. And then after 1 hour, I will be closing it down. So it is a flash sale, just as a way to me to say thank you to everybody who is going to show up today and give you guys a special opportunity to pick up some cheaper work. All right, we're ready. He wants orange. We're gonna start the background. I'm gonna give it a light background. We're gonna stay pretty loose with it, mainly because we're gonna go in detail. We have enough detail with him. So let's start off with my favorite background color. That is gonna be my antelope brown. If I can find it here. There it is. I'm going to pair that with a little bit of my, that's flesh tint. Not flesh. Flesh tint? Sure, I got it out. Why not use it? I'll pair it with a little bit of flesh tint. It's in my arsenal. I never really use it. So that's one of those colors I don't think I've ever really brought out on these live streams yet. But I did this time on accident. So hey, since it's there, let's use it. So let's start with a little bit of flesh tint first. Top it off with a little bit of antelope. And we might splash us just a little bit of speckle work maybe and move on. So, get a big brush out. Okay, with that fancy transparent color I've got. For those of you who have not watched me do this before, I like to, when I want the ink to flow and be a little more watery, then I put down first a thin layer of water on my board, and I just kind of get everything slightly damp. I don't want standing puddles or anything, but I want it just enough that everything's kind of wet. What happens when you have a saturated paper and then you bring some water wash over top of that is that it'll want to spread. But I can also kind of control my spread by right where I don't want it, I leave that dry. So it'll spread to the wet areas, but it will leave the dry areas, for the most part, it'll leave them alone. So it'll flow better, and it'll just be a little more controlled where I want it and don't want it. Okay, here we go. This is Flesh Tone. So I'm just putting a little bit of color in the background. Again, not going to be overly concerned with making it perfect. This is the first layer of color. Alright, so just kind of getting color in the background. That's literally all we're doing here. We're not going to worry about it being perfect under any circumstances. We're going to go right over top of it again with the antelope. So this is, the more random, honestly, the better it looks. Just like, I'm going to go with complete random feel. If you are going to get darker in it, the best place to get darker is up near your subject matter. Yeah. Okay. Loose and simple. That just kind of tones our paper. Is all really that's doing. Now back to that favorite color of mine, the antelope. I'm running really watery. So I do want it nice and right up close, right up to our subject in the middle. You know what? I'm gonna leave some, make some interesting. Well, did I do something like that? Something I've never really done before. How does that look? I'm not sure. This is a whole new. It's different. Let's do it. That's something I've never done before. Kind of letting random things happen today. That's completely different. I do not hate that. That looks pretty cool. We're going to want to feather this out some, so what we're doing here, we're going to have to somehow make that make sense up here at the top. So we're just kind of randomly doing this pattern out towards the edges. Got a little. We can get darker here by layering it instead of just like trying to paint one layer dark. We just kind of build the layers until it looks right. That should, if it all works out properly. Give it more texture, what I'm looking for. side the same way. I am not working heavy at all. Very water washed. Yeah, there I have too much ink, so a little more water and thin it out. All right. Yeah, I said I was going to add some splatters, but now I'm not sure if it really needs it. Or if I definitely don't want to take the splatters over that pattern. I think that would just kind of, that would ruin it for me. So we're going to leave it as is, just a very simple, subtle background. Almost just background noise. Or, ideas. Nope. We're gonna leave it as is. Okay. Awesome. Here we go, guys. We're jumping in now, and we're gonna start messing with our bot. This is my black, double black. Paint gray, we will need that a little bit later. Green, come on, where's my indigo? I'm looking for it, I know it's there. There it is. And this is where I tell you it's a big fat lie, because I am going to do something else to the background. I'm going to bring in the indigo. Considering we're going to have a blue Lamborghini bot. Or orange Lamborghini bot, sorry. I need to add a little blue to the background. I think that would just help it in the long run. So, very subtly. Don't want to be crazy. I definitely want to wash it. I don't want it to be like a really deep blue. And right in here where we're going to be adding, just feathering it out. That's all we're going to do. Just want a little bit of blue in the background. Very watery, very washed. Almost becomes a little bit of green on that brown, but that's okay. Now, let's see. I add and with a new idea here. Kind of nice. I like that. Okay, yeah, this has just added a whole new dimension to what I was doing. So, yay, sometimes things really work out in your favor, and this is definitely one of them. Subtle, and it's completely random, and I really like it. Okay. We're going to add just a little bit more around here. Yeah, this is working for me. And keep it nice and light over these lighter areas. Oh, sounds like the rain is coming. It's starting to hit my window. I'm getting tired of the rain. We have had one wet spring, I tell you what. Water's gonna be good for the flowers, but father's a beekeeper. Actually, rain is not the most helpful thing in the spring for honey. Because the bees aren't producing if they're not flying. It's good for it. One area that we get really lucky at. My dad's a beekeeper. We always have the best honey in our house. We got the honey hookup. Yeah, and it took me a little bit longer now. This background than I wanted to. It was supposed to be just kind of a quick little background, but now we've added this extra detail and it looks phenomenal. It pops. Hopefully it's doing justice on camera. Or I wish I could show everybody what the pieces look like up personal and live. It looks so much better than they do on camera. Sometimes I get done editing the videos or finish up the live streams and I kind of give it a peek, see how things turned out, take notes, whatnot. And I'm always slightly frustrated about the quality of the artwork on camera versus in person. But if you'd like to see what they look like yourself, by all means, they're all for sale on the website under original art, where you can pick these up. They're not on sale today, but we are having a flash sale on all my artist prints. So if they like to own an original piece of work, not original, if you'd like to own a print of one of my original works, I'd encourage you to take advantage of the 30% off we have today during the live stream. Once the live stream is over, it will end 1 hour after the live stream is finished. So if you've ever wanted a piece of my work, now's a good time to jump on there over the sale. Little selfless promotion there. I am my own sponsor until Lamborghini calls me up. Till then, StinkyRobotArt.com sponsors my Stinky Robot channel. The home for all your Stinky Robot needs. Alright guys, check something really quick before we move on. Alright. You people in here watching as we work, just want to curious. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up while you're in there, guys. If you have not subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel now, hit that bell notifications, you know when we're going to be going live. We're going to be going live from at least for the next week or two. We're going to be going live every Tuesday and Thursday in the evenings around 7:30 Central Time. Give or take 15 minutes. Sometimes my channel starts a little earlier or a little later, just depending on the day. Here we go. We're ready. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you got any ideas for me to draw, let me know. I don't promise that I will do it, but I may find inspiration from what you're suggesting. So by all means, let me know. And the color request for today's robot was orange. So we're gonna go with orange and red. Might as well go with flame red. It's a Lamborghini, so we're gonna need that bright red. We're gonna leave the indigo out because we'll use the indigo in the shadows. We will not need that color. I'm thinking I'm gonna need some bright yellow. for now. I think that's where we're at. And some Indian yellow maybe. I will be chroming out his face, I believe. So let's start there. Even though I say this will be orange, we're going to start with some chrome. Which means we're going to bring in the light cyan blue first. This will help us get that chrome-like appearance, is what we're going for. You don't want to get too dark with it. Now stay nice and light. Again, the primary color on this piece will be orange and yellow. But here with the blue. Start by figuring out where the shadows are going to fall on his face. Of course, under his mustache will definitely be. And yeah, I think we're gonna do metal right here. This center chest piece here is gonna be, we'll go with that with the blue as well. That should help us give us enough break in the color that it won't start looking off. Get too dark. We're starting off with real subtle blues, and well, as I say that, I put our super dark blue down. Start off subtle, work our way darker. It's always easier to go light to dark than it is to try to correct things later. Always a good pointer when you're working on any piece of work. Almost all mediums is that you want to work lighter to darker. There are some mediums that may be opposite of that, but light to dark is always a good rule of thumb for most mediums, most works of art. Thanks, Tank. Okay. Do it on this side here as well. Now we gotta go up here in this face and we gotta get that. I need that tone in here. Deciding which side is going to be more of the shadow side. A little more blue in here than I would normally. Put on that highlighted side. Sometimes it's tempting to want to just go through things quickly and switch up colors. But as you notice, I'm trying to cover all of this tone first that I'm going to have in the piece. Then I'll move to my next tone, then the tone after that. And mainly the reason I'm doing that is so that I got ink on the thing and I want it to dry out. That's one. And two, is it I'm kind of developing the whole piece all together as one solid piece. Instead of working one tiny section to completion, the next tiny section to completion, and the next. I mean, I do that to some extent, but right now I'm working all the chrome pieces at once. So instead of just doing the face and then doing the body, it would make it all look like it belongs together. It all gets developed exactly at the same time. And Tank wants me to do that rooster bot still. the old lady, your wife does. All right, Cat wants me to do the rooster bot still. I still like the idea. I do. I just haven't got the right mindset yet. What's up, Captain Chanley? How you doing, Jason, my friend? You guys are back from Addie's presentation, I guess. What did she have to go at school today? Or was it just the world's longest detention? Yeah, I still think you should grow your mustache back out, Jason. You grew this kind of stash once before, and it was phenomenal. You should grow your stash back out. If anything, just to irritate my sister, that'd be fantastic. One thing I've noticed about the channel, it seems like that first 30 minutes is real tough to get people to come up on here, but later we go. The more you guys show up. So welcome all newcomers. I'm going to be mentioning it several times. This is my selfless self-promotion. Today's YouTube channel is brought to you by, Today's YouTube live stream is brought to you by StinkyRobotArt.com. The place for all your Stinky Robot art. As a promotion today, as a special one-time offer for all that have come to check out today's live stream, I'm offering a flash sale, 30% off my website and all my art prints. Only while the live stream is going, and I'll do 1 hour after I end the live stream. So for 1 hour after I end the live stream, then the sale is done and completed. So if any of you guys want to hang out, watch the stream, and swing by the website when we're done, you're welcome to do so. I will leave it up for 1 hour. It's just a way to give back to everybody for showing up to my stream. I greatly appreciate it. I also feel like a drawing is around the corner. I think it's just about time that we set things up and gave away a piece of art, don't you think? I said we're going to be doing giveaways around here, and so far we've only done one giveaway, and I think it's just about time to have another one. So stay tuned next week. I'll start thinking about what we're going to be doing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And hit that bell for notifications so you know when we're going to go live. And I will let you know next week what we're going to be doing, but I will be announcing a giveaway next week, so look forward to that. Again, next week we're going to be going live 2 days. Which is going to be Tuesday and Thursday next week. Both done in the evenings. So, okay, guys, we got the light blue out now. We're going to come back with just a tiny little bit of indigo. We're going to push some of those shadows deeper, just in certain locations. I don't want to be too dark, but I don't want to be too light either. So. Family activity night, huh? Sounds like fun. Alright, just now read that. We'll work out what color to make the stash near the end. Hey, here we are. Some of these behind the rivet shadow lines. On camera it may look like I'm basically doing hardly nothing, but in person I'm doing quite a bit. Sometimes it's all about the subtleties. And hopefully you can see how this is starting to pop just a little bit more than this just down here. Not going crazy. No need for it. Gotta get rid of all this blue before we do our bright orange robot, as was requested. A orange Lamborghini robot. And it's let me live out my inner Transformer fantasies as well. And actually, wasn't there a Transformer? I'm trying to remember his name now. I think it was it Hot Rod? I think it's Hot Rod. Back in the old 80s cartoon that I grew up on. I believe his name was Hot Rod. He was a little red, I want to say he was a red Lamborghini now that I think about it, and he had horns. I think that's who I'm drawing right now. Just like a modern version of him. Comment if you know his name, because I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head. I want to say it was Hot Rod. Maybe subconsciously trying to draw a version of him. Be kind of interesting if he was. Yeah, I want to know his name now. Now I'm like super curious. I'm pretty sure his name was Hot Rod or Ramrod or something along those lines. I think he was a red, I think he was a red Lamborghini, like the old 80s version Lamborghini. Maybe completely wrong on it, but I'm curious. Jason, look that up for me. What was his name? The one in the 80s. The old Transformers. He was like a red. He had flame. He had yellow flames. Red Lamborghini with, well, red sports car with flames. Really want to say his name was Hot Rod. Something Rod. Alright, now we're going to go add in the gray. We got the blue in there. Now we'll add a little bit of gray. Back over to white. And we're going to have ourselves a little bit of chrome. First, I'm going to jump over here real quick. Give me 1 second here, guys. Curiosity has got the best of me, and I must know the answer. Must know. What was his name? Yep, his name was Hot Rod. Okay, he wasn't a Lamborghini. He was some kind of like 80s future car with a giant wing. Yeah, look him up. Yeah, Hot Rod. What was his name? Yep, he's awesome. I did not have that Transformers toy. Unfortunately. I had a lot of them though. And my neighbor Sean had it. We used to play all the time with him. He had all the Transformers. I was envious of his Transformer collection. But I had a lot myself. Alright, here we go. Comment below, who was your favorite Transformers? Again, I'm not drawing. If you just tuned in, I'm not drawing necessarily a Transformer. I was doing a Lamborghini bot. But it just kind of reminds me of that, so a worth note. Transformers are awesome. Now we're gonna lightly wash this gray in. I do not want to get too rough with it. Just kind of using it to blend into that blue a little bit. And we'll come back over it in a minute and really watery. Oh. Second, we'll actually wash a little bit of white over top of this and make it all blend together. So this will be, may look a little muddy right now, and that's just fine. He's a Stinky robot. He's not necessarily the cleanest robot. Okay. All right, an hour and a half time. That's not doing too bad. We hit that 2-hour mark is when I'm going to be wanting to see it start to really come together. On the start looking towards that 2-hour mark. Okay. Pretty decent right there. Was Red Alert a Lamborghini? A white one? I thought Red Alert was an ambulance. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about the modern Transformers, because you guys know I've seen them all. I think I've seen just about every Transformers adaptation that's ever been. Again, a little bit of a robot fan. We are slightly obsessed with our bots at the Snell family. Okay, we're just about done with this. I'm going to blend in just a little bit of white here and the chrome. Yeah, go for it, Tank. Appreciate it. All right. Now, of course, we added all that dark gray. We added up in those blues, and now we're using the white to blend it all together. All right, let's see here. Tank sending me a photo of the. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, yep, you're definitely right. He was absolutely a Lamborghini. But he looks like a more modern adaptation. That's more of a modern Lamborghini, is it not? Yeah, it may be from the original. Yeah. Awesome. Red alert. Maybe they bought today. He's Red Alert's evil twin cousin. All right. Blend that in nicely. I get that good chrome appearance. This white, we're not trying to paint white. We're basically blending the blue and this gray together and creating more of a, so it gets a good color shift to it. It would in chrome, or at least a metallic. I don't know if it perfectly pulls off the chrome look, but in the metallic look it does. Being a bit random with it. That's more random the better it looks, I think. Good. Now, I'll add the rivet dots at the end. Seem to do it right now. Actually, I'm gonna do it now because we're gonna be jumping colors. So let's just go ahead and do it right now. Brush out. Alright, that is gonna drive me nuts. Tapping all my rivets here real quick. And we can move on from that into the next phase and start making him orange. But since we have these little dots all over the place that are thick white, we're gonna hit it with the blow dryer real quick just to make sure that I don't stick my hand in a rivet. Not that I've ever done that before, but we're gonna try to avoid that. What cat gets you to do, Hank? Let me guess, she got you to go on that TV show Inked? Is it Inked? Tattoo competition? Is that what you're gonna jump on there? Win a I don't know if that show's still in the air, but that was a cool show. Oh, what is this? White van style shoes to paint on with something? Oh, nice. Could be a fun project. Painting on some van shoes. That'd make for good content. It's not a bad idea. I'm sure somebody's already done it. But I've never done it. Definitely show me how that turns out, Tank. That'd be awesome. What do you think you're going to do on there so far? Let me guess, she got her size, not yours, right? She's like my wife. She had a plan all along. Get herself a new pair of shoes. All right. Now we're looking at the orange. Let's do these vents first, though, because I've already got the blue out. I'll probably have to add a little bit of black in. Nope, that blue is dried up. Oh, that's right here. Indigo, and then we'll go in there with the panes as well. We're real close to actually doing him orange. Ultimately, the plan here, orange bot. Again, like I said earlier, we always work back to front. That's what we're going to do right now. Fill in these side vents that I drew on here. And with indigo first, and then I'm going to darken them with some Payne's gray. So I know what it means when your nose itches. Your nose itches means somebody is thinking about you. What does it mean when you get an itch right between the eyes? For some reason my eyebrow right dead center between my eyes is itching like crazy. That means someone's got it out for you? That's a weird place. I don't think I've ever had an itch right there before. So you're thinking about doing either the Milo or the Lilo and Stitch or the Maleficent and her dragon on those shoes. I think either one would be awesome. Guess it depends on which one she's more into. I think the dragon would be a blast. I'm sure that all looks dark to you guys, but in person, I took the indigo first, and then I put the panes on this side, and then I feathered it in. And so it's kind of nice, very, very dark, but subtle color shift in that. That's one of those things that look really cool in person, but they don't go up with the darn on the camera. At least not right now with my current setup. It's starting to rain good now. Oh. Let's see. What's going with a hole in their pants, huh? I had not heard that one. Alright. So you've got the color out already, so I know we're ready to move on. I know I am, but we're going to take the opportunity. We're going to hit the neck. Also, it's the underneath side. One more time. We are really getting there. All right. A little bit of the white. A little highlights around. Hit that one spot since it's got the white out. This is where we made that big mistake when we did the outline, and now mistake is gone. We have fixed it. Yes. Ooh, did not fix that one though. I'm ready for the white. You're ready for the white. We're all ready for the white, but I'm gonna come through here. I got a few mistakes. I'm gonna correct them now. Work. All the mistakes are now fixed. We are ready, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Let's do the center of the eyes. I'm really ready to go the orange, guys. I really am. But also trying to make sure get everything done that we want to get done. I don't want to go too dark on the blue here. Yep. We're going to want these to be darkened in. But no, we're not going to go dark with it. We'll save that to the end. We're just going to go ahead and stop. I'm ready for orange. I got some decisions to make in there. We're going to hold off a little bit. We'll make those decisions when the time is right. As of now, we got some orange. We definitely want to go here with the Indian yellow. And the red. And we will be using some of the indigo as well. So that'll bring more of a purple into it. I'm going to mix that red and the indigo. We'll kind of feather in some nice orange for the shadows. We're going to start in the highlighted areas first with the yellow. Pretty watered down yellow, actually. And as tempting as it is, we want to make sure that no, we are not covering the whole piece in yellow. Tempting to do, but we want to stay. Remember, we're seeking reflection. Reflection is going to be, the more reflective it looks, the better it'll look. So, you're chasing reflective. And we're working from light to dark, into the oranges, and then into the reds. Yeah, those are the elephant and walrus I saw earlier. Oh, you got them darkened in more? Oh yeah, that's definitely different than I saw it before. That's awesome, Tank. That is awesome. I think yesterday you just had the outlines done, or last time I saw it, I think it was just outlines, wasn't it? You definitely added more since the last time I saw it. Alright, so Pisco, if you're watching, I know it looks yellow right now, buddy, but we're going to be in it with orange when we're done. Go with yellow or the entire piece. Well, not the entire piece. We can leave some areas where we'll be orange later. So like I said before, leaving all that white in there will allow us space later to make reflective surfaces. And we would want the color shift to shift from yellow into orange. And then also into red and into purples. Red and purples are going to be primarily safe for the shadows. Again. We still have to make a decision about the horns too. The horns are another decision to make. I think I might go with the dark blue. We'll make that decision as we get to it. Orange. Okay, we're hitting the 2-hour mark, and we are on time, because that's what I said. By the time we hit the 2-hour mark, I wanted to be into painting the orange the shell of the robot, and that is right where we're at. So we are doing great on time. Right on par. Alright, let's start darkening them up a little bit. First, we need to think about where our shadows are. Alright, remember, the shadows will go darker, but we're just going to start with the shadows and work our way out from there. So much of him is going to be orange. Some of these white highlights we will come back over after we get these orange in a little bit. We'll back over this white because we're leaving quite a bit of white now. We get the orange moved in, and then we will also come back over yellow one more time and kind of pull them together. Again, that whole philosophy of working lighter to darker that we're building, sculpting. We're sculpting with ink. Best way to think about it. Think about a ball of clay and like slowly kneading and working the clay until you get the shapes you want. And we're doing the same thing but with ink. This is kind of the top of the head. I kind of try to pull inspiration for that off the hood of the Lamborghini. Blasphemy in the world of hot rods, isn't it? They're the wrong maker. Personally, I've always liked Lamborghinis, but I love Ferrari. That's the one car I've always wanted to own. Ferrari. Anyways, pull the inspiration when I was doing the drawing for the hood, from the hood of the Ferrari is kind, or there it is again. The hood of the Lamborghini is kind of where I came up with the shape on the very top of the head. For those who would find that interesting. Hopefully you can see now how I'm blending it all in. Turn in more orange, turn that yellow into the orange. Again, we want it to be super shiny, so we're leaving a lot of the a lot of the white, so we have a lot of reflecting happening in the piece. We want lots and lots of reflection. That's also why there's so much yellow, because I want the light reflecting the yellow out of the orange. Sure. We're just working it a little bit at a time. Not trying to feel too rushed. Nice, even pace, building up our colors. We'll darken it one layer at a time. Yellow to orange. Orange into our shadows. Trying to build some nice, almost organic shapes, and it mirrors what we got going on in the background, which is kind of cool, which is a complete and absolute happy accident. It was not intentional that would do that, but it is now kind of pulling that off, and it looks great. Like these shapes, even in the shadows, are mimicking that background. Looks, I'm happy with that. I'm quite happy with that, actually. Two minutes and 2:05. We're doing real decent on time. And there's no real time limit. We do have a clock on there if you're new to the channel. We're just seeing how long it takes us per drawing. I do shoot for between 2 and 3 hours. I don't like necessarily going too far over that. But if it does, it does. It's just kind of, on this channel, we like to say, give the piece what it needs. We attempt to stay within a certain time range, but if a piece requires a little extra time, then we give it a little extra time. We don't stay too beholden to a clock. A clock is only a guideline, not a rule, and whatsoever. Just helps. And with these live streams, we do more conceptual work. We do just for fun work. We push things, push boundaries, try techniques, do all that kind of stuff on this channel, on these live streams, just to see what comes out of it. You never know what one of these little quick drawings that are done just for fun and for concepts might turn into a future piece. But that's why we can really have ideas and really push it and do like Lamborghini inspired robots because, well, we can. There's no rules. There's nothing that says we can't. There's no clients. There's no art show. It's just literally practice. That's what it is. It's practice. I do hope you are practicing along with me. I encourage you, if you wish to either start drawing again or practice your craft, draw with us here on the channel. See what you can come up with. I know Tank's been doing it. Jason's been doing it. A few others have been also drawing along with me, and that excites me. That's exactly why I'm doing it. Well, and feeding my family. That's another reason. Speaking of which, check it out. There's a flash sale. If you just logged on and you just saw the video, there is a flash sale. Something I'm doing for all my viewers today. And if you're new to this channel, if you're watching it afterwards, yes, I know the flash sale is done and over if you're watching this after the fact. But consider subscribing to the channel, hit that bell notification. I'm going to do random things on the channel like random giveaways. I'll have flash sales, all kinds of little things we'll be doing throughout the channel's history as we go forward. What I'd love is you subscribe and join us here. But if you happen to be watching this live and you're in here right now, it is your chance to buy a piece of one of my prints for 30% off. All my art prints. They're on sale right now during the live stream, and they'll be up for 1 hour after the live stream ends. So you have 1 hour following this live stream to jump over the channel and buy yourself an original, well, a print of an original by Michael Smell, aka Stinky Robot. Now, let's go into some red. Got it far enough now. We're going to go into the shadows and start building those out. If there's something you want to see me draw, by the way, leave me a comment, hit me up in the chat, or hit a comment afterwards. We try to read all my comments and get back to you guys. If you leave me a nice note, I'll try to answer back if possible. You have an idea for me, let me know. I don't always do requests, but you never know what I'll end up doing in the future. I may use your request, I may not. This one here was an actual request of a Lamborghini by Pisco. This one's for you, buddy. He's been requesting me to do a Lamborghini bot for some time now, and so I decided, why not? Today's the day we do Pisco's Lamborghini bot. Oh, that's what we're doing, a Lamborghini inspired robot. Definitely something outside the wheelhouse, something fun. I've been having a real blast doing it. I think it's turned out pretty neat. Now we're building this all up, and we're going to go in here in a little bit and add a little bit of white highlights, blend the colors a little bit better. That should end look pretty neat. Darn it. Got a little bit of fat brush on that. Not intended to do that, but oh well. Stuff happens. Yeah, I think I'm going to add a little more orange in here. A little too many highlights for sure. That's okay. Building it as we go. Oh, easy to come back and do some corrections later. Pretty darn easy. Okay, now we've built light to dark. We're gonna come back in here and see, are there areas we can improve on? And yes, the answer is yes, there is some areas we can improve on. So we're gonna do that now. I want to get I'm gonna come in mainly with that yellow now, and we'll put that yellow back in. Do some watery with it. Too many white spaces in there. It was pulling away from it just a little bit. So we're gonna kind of flatten it out just a little bit. It's a little too textured, I think. A little too many shadows, but we're mixing it now between the yellows and the oranges. Kind of going back and forth. No, I want to take the yellow here. We're going to fill this center of the Lamborghini logo in. Just yellow. Okay. Now. Let's see. Boy, that rain is coming down now. We're getting wet here in Kansas City. We've been raining all week. Hopefully, next week's next week's weather looks pretty awesome though. We got 3 days in the 90s. I don't know if I'm ready for that. We're gonna go from 50s and raining for the last 3 weeks to all of a sudden 90. Ooh. Yay. I think I'd still be happier with just staying in the 80s for a while. All right, here we go. We are gonna take the white and we're gonna try to blend some of this orange together. Bring out some of those more highlights, and that should. Then we're gonna roll back and do some horns, some eyes, a mustache, some fine tuning and tweaking, and I think we're just, we're getting pretty close. We're getting pretty darn close. guess we're not going to do too much blending with this. I think what I want to do is stay with more bright whites. Less blending with this orange. Just worry about it topping the color. And we'll do outlines here in a minute with that stuff. All right. And we're gonna go that bright red. Carefully. The eyes. Now let's go with yellow and white. Right in the middle, trying to get we'll come in, we'll touch the white in there in just a second. Need more of the indigo in those eyes. Try to add a little bit of drop shadow. Just a little bit. We'll be very careful because we're using a pretty big brush to be able to do this with. Might be a little on the heavy side, but we'll get it. Okay. Hands going out for a little spin. Areas we're going to want hands gray. The mustache, around the emblem, and around the 3, around the eyes. Gotta be real careful. We want to keep the ink nice and in our lines. We don't want to mess this up. We're just gonna take our time, breathe slowly. Get each one of these between our thin little lines. So, looking good. I love the mustache on him. It just sets it off, looks great. Now we're gonna do the emblem still. And we're gonna have to do these horns. I think the horns are also gonna need a dark or bright red. I'm gonna decide here, red or blue. I kind of feel like red. Okay. Right in here. Now, we'll think about that while we added some bright white lines. I need some more white out. We're gonna go ahead and do the outlining around the whole bot, as well as some highlighted areas on the dark spots we just put in. So let's go first things first. Right around the outside here. More white than that. Come on, Michael. That's too much white. All right. Gonna bleed. All right, I did pretty good about leaving my spaces, so I don't have that many to do. Now let's come in here and add our little highlights here. Just real subtle detail I'm adding right now, but it makes a big difference in person. Good night, Tank. Have a good night. Cat, have a good one, hun. We'll see you guys next time. Woo. Well, that's a funky highlight. We're gonna go back and fix that, I think. Indeed. That was a really, really funky highlight. Got funkified. My brush got a little bit white on me. Clean this up. Again. Like so. Still a little funky on that highlight. We're gonna just work it a little bit, make it look better. That's good enough. Okay. A little white highlight down here. I've got these horns to deal with, and we can chalk it off to being done. Yep, I think we're gonna go with red horns. Just feel like I want to. It'll make him feel a little more orange, I think, if I stick with the red. Find out if I'm correct or not. Dark red. Go. Some white highlights. And I want to thank everybody for showing up, guys. I think we're about done. This looks like we're right at the end of it. Alright. Today will be a good day to outline the border and save. Signed. Now we need to brush one. There it is. Okay. Good, that's our border outline. We got ourselves a Hot Rod Transformers knockoff Lamborghini robot. I actually like it quite a bit. Thank you, Pisco, for the idea. Thank you for the suggestion. You've been requesting a Lamborghini robot, and there we go. We have ourselves a Lamborghini robot. I'm going to take a little bit. 1 second, I'm going to darken this ink here just a bit more on the full logo. There were some areas that were just still a little bit light. There we go, that's filled in good enough. And let's peel, reveal, guys, and we're going to be done with this one for the day. Hope everybody had a chance to take advantage of the 30% off flash sale. If you haven't done it yet and you still want to do it, you haven't. After I finish up here and go, you'll have 1 hour after we end the session, and I will terminate the flash sale for today. And we'll probably bring it back again someday, some random time. I don't know if it'll be a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year. Who knows when it'll be when it comes back, but it'll be back at some point. But it's not something that's going to be common. So don't expect to see it every week or every month. It's just going to be a random deal. Just a way I give back to you for showing up and taking interest in my videos. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I do hope you'll hit that subscription button, followed by the bell notification so you know every time we do go live on this channel. And we are launching a new video tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit that bell notification. Tomorrow we are dropping another time-lapse video of the creation of the mini painting, which is the Crystal Stag. That drops tomorrow. Hope you guys get a chance to check that out as well. Hey guys, thank you so much for showing up. Thanks for taking a minute out of your day to watch my videos and hang out with me. Thank you guys, everybody who was in the chat line. Stop by to say hi. I greatly appreciate that for sure. And yeah, Pisco, thank you for the idea. I know you're watching this after the fact, so Hope you enjoy it. Hope you like what I created for you. That is our Lamborghini inspired robot that you've been asking for over and over again. So there he is in all of his glory. Guys, thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching the channel. I'll be live next Tuesday, next Thursday of the following week. So we'll see you then. Have a good night, guys.